Hi, my name's Ben. I work for the Game House, and today we're going through the 2023 Thursday Night Football schedule to see what games to be excited about and what games you could maybe miss if you have to. So starting off in Week 2, because Week 1's games that are on Thursday night are not presented by Amazon Prime and the Thursday Night Football team, is the Minnesota Vikings versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This seems interesting in the abstract, but when you look at it, I think this might be a blowout win for the Eagles. Coming back off their NFC Championship season, I think the Vikings are going to take a bit of a regression this year, so I'm not too interested in that one. September 21st, Week 3, the Giants versus the 49ers. Are the Giants going to return to playoff form? Is Brock Purdy going to turn into a pumpkin, or is he going to continue his winning ways? Remember, he won every single game that he started except for the NFC Championship game where he was hurt. This is actually a really interesting, very early matchup for two teams that have high expectations. Week 4 is the Lions at the Packers. If you're an NFC North fan, this is obviously very interesting. For everyone else, I'm not sure how interesting this one is unless you have money on one of these teams being the surprise winner of the NFC North. Week 5 is the Chicago Bears at the Washington Commanders. Now, these are both brand new upstart teams that sort of want to figure out where they are, sort of figure out what kind of season they could have. This could be an early indicator of how bad or good both of these teams are going to be. Sam Howell, we don't know what he looks like. Are the Bears going to ask Justin Fields to be a superhero or just sort of be a quarterback? Week 6, October 12th, we can sort of gloss over this one. The Chiefs have beaten the Broncos something like 11 or 15 times in a row. Not very interested in that one. Jacksonville Jaguars at the New Orleans Saints in Week 7. This one is semi-interesting, but it's not a conference matchup. It's intra-conference, so I'm not sure how much bearing this is going to have on these two teams' bids for winning their divisions. Week 8 is the Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to run over the Buccaneers, but this could be the time where we're figuring out if Baker Mayfield looks like the future or if he looks like just a stopgap quarterback. Week 9 is the Tennessee Titans and the Steelers. How good are the Steelers going to be? Are they going to make a bid? Are the Titans going to give the Jaguars a run for their money? Some smash mouth football, and injuries will come into play by Week 9. Week 10 is the Panthers versus the Bears. Both probably going to be near the bottom of their divisions, but what does Bryce Young look like with almost a half season of football under his belt? Generally interesting. Week 11, a great divisional matchup on Thursday night, the Bengals at the Ravens. Now remember that these two teams faced each other 2 weeks in a row in the final game of the regular season last year and in the first round of the playoffs last year, where the Bengals won on a absolutely huge fumble recovery. These two teams do not like each other. These two teams both really want to win this game because they both want to win the AFC North. This is one of the best Thursday night football games in a long time. Black Friday football on Week 12. Miami Dolphins versus the New York Jets. Are the Jets rolling? Did they have a bad start to their season with that extremely tough opening 6-week schedule? Are the Miami Dolphins rolling at this point? Are they going to look like they're going to make a bid for the AFC East crown? This one is absolutely huge. And again, on Black Friday, that's sort of interesting. Week 13 is the Seattle Seahawks at the Dallas Cowboys. These are both teams that want to wrestle away control of their respective divisions from the sort of presumed winner in the Eagles in the East and the 49ers in the West. So this will go a long way in determining whether or not these teams can take over their division crowns. Patriots at the Steelers, generally not interested in this one. I think both of these teams will be third or last in their division. Week 15, Chargers at Raiders. I think the Raiders might be pretty bad this year, might even be in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. I think the Chargers really want to prove that they have what it takes to win the AFC West this year. Saints at Rams in Week 16. I think the Saints will be well on their way to maybe an NFC South championship. The Rams are still reeling from giving up everything that they gave up for their Super Bowl. Not too interested in that one. And a surprisingly decent matchup in Week 17. Let me explain why. The Jets want to make the playoffs for the first time in decades, and the Browns really want to prove that they have what it takes to be second or maybe even first in this division. No, everyone's looking past the Browns in this really tough division, but if they have momentum going into this last game, then this could be an absolutely huge game for both teams. And there is no Week 18 game, but that is the 2023 schedule for Thursday Night Football. Let me know what games you're looking forward to. Let me know what games that I don't find interesting that you do. I'd love to know down below, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it.